Hi, this is Tanya the Lady Strange. Now, I know I haven't filmed in a while. I've mentioned that in previous videos. I have a problem with depression, focus, discipline, you name it. Stress, I got it. But I'm trying my best to get myself out of that black hole, that laziness, lack of motivation, and change my mindset, my habits, sort of reinvent myself or relearn about myself. Always a good thing to do. Constant evolution is a great thing in one's life and in all aspects. There's nothing but constant change or flux. Now, today's video is going to be about this book I just literally finished reading, and I unfortunately took a lot longer than I thought to read it. It's a great book. It's not from that. It's just, again, from my lack of discipline and structure and distraction. But lately I have pushed through and refocused to get myself finished. It is called Protection and Reversal Magic, a Witch's Defense Manual by Jason Miller. Okay, now this book is wonderful. I highly recommend it. It's worth the investment. I got the recommendation and found out about Jason Miller's book from a witch I follow on YouTube. She's called The Witch of Wonderlust. She has amazing stuff. She does unboxing videos, journey videos. She also does many on different tips. She actually took one of his long-term courses that involves Hecate, which is who I work with too. She is my patron goddess. This book involves, he works with her. And this book came highly recommended. I know I'm all over the place, but this book came highly recommended by her from The Witch of Wonderlust. So, of course, I never read any of Jason Miller's books, but it is absolutely amazing and, again, highly recommended. Now, it is a lot about magical attack, spiritual attack, from other practitioners, spirits that have been wrong themselves or doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing or getting in over your head or offending something. Also, just those that want to do power plays and magic. Feel they've been wronged. Nature itself, whatever the course is. If one says that they practice or they've never had something done to them or been bothered by spirits, dreams, or negative energy, then they're fucking lying, okay? It happens to everybody in some shape or form. Like the book mentions towards the end, even the corporate world does programming and defense mechanisms or ways of trying to reprogram us. So I'm not one of those big conspiracy theorists, but things are what they are. Now, this book is very eclectic. It has a lot of information and covers a lot of different aspects from different past Jason Miller's personal beliefs, experience, and encounters, which are highly relatable, but not over the top, where like some fucking blogs are, where they go over the top and going in depth about someone's story or situation about 20 pages in before you get to the point. We all know that we encounter every day. No matter whether we are collectors, we are horror movie fans, or just movie fans, or book enthusiasts, crystal enthusiasts, or whatever the case. Too many things do that. This book works a lot with his experience, as I mentioned about with Hecate, working with her, creating servitors or working with spirit allies, follows different recommendations past that he's learned or encountered and been trained in, whether it was in Buddhist principles, Santeria, a little bit of Wicca, hoodoo, traditional witchcraft. Now, it doesn't go exactly in depth with each thing. He does many spells, many advice, things like that, but he doesn't go into things that are over someone's head. So this could be used by someone that's just beginning in 101 or someone that's way more advanced or has been practicing, like myself, for approximately going towards 30 years now. So if I find that versus the basic 101, then bravo. Bravo, Jason, because it covers a lot. But it's eclectic, understandable, and relatable, which is the most that I believe in all aspects of when you're learning, trying to develop your abilities, new talents, self help, transformative magic, shadow magic. Um, all magic is gray, whether it's on the white or the dark black magic end of the spectrum, which is perfectly fine. Um, whether you're a Christian, a Catholic, a witch, a Wiccan, Satanist, whatever the case is, this book is good and I would recommend it for any path. As you can see, I kind of read it and destroyed it and came back to it a lot. Now you're going to see I paper clipped. You can kind of see vaguely here that I paper clipped it. Now that's just for maybe some pages have spells, have tips, or maybe even a line or two of advice that I'm going to go back into and either put in or revise or add to my book of Shadows, my grimoire, to my notes, which I'm hoping to start doing and getting more focused and developed on, advice, and things that I can apply to my own practice and my own magic. I am very eclectic and constantly learning and seeing what fits, what doesn't fit, etc. Now, again, I'm not very specific other than working with Hecate. I don't work with a specific path. I'm not a Wiccan. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just a witch, just an eclectic witch. Now, also, again, pick up this book if you're looking for something on defensive magic or protective magic. We can all use protective magic, whether we're driving, whether we're dealing with crazy, obsessive, weird, gossiping, slandering people, co-workers, whether we're driving in a car or whether we are practicing something or whether we're just sensitive to others in many situations. Again, I highly recommend this. I've said that 100 times, but I do. Definitely worth the time of reading it, the investment on this. And again, I'm going to be taking a lot away from this book, and I've learned many new things myself and will be incorporating. Now, here I'd just like to mention real quick before this gets too long. You'll see my little cute teapot I got from the Oneida outlet that used to be near me. I got this many years ago, probably 10 years ago, maybe more. So cute little thing with a bamboo handle. I'm currently drinking the Bigelow mint tea. My sinuses are being fucking insane this time of year, as usual, with all the rain we're getting here in central New York. So kind of needed that. Plus, I love tea. I'm a tea enthusiast, as you see from my previous videos. I actually did put in the tea this haunted honey. You'll see it came from Bee Guys LLC, which is in New Orleans. Now, they harvest their honey, beeswax, and other things from getting beehives from locations and putting them in a new home where they'll be safe and be able to thrive, but also not affect people or other animals, and do it ethically. And also, they produce, and some of these come out of graveyards and mausoleums in New Orleans, hence haunted honey, hence very spiritual, very delicious. I use in small amounts. I use in magic. I use in my tea, and as an offering for things. Also, they are reasonable. You can find them on Facebook. This is really good, and highly recommended. And the spiritual energy in it, in essence, is amazing. Definitely worth it. I also just like to say one of my favorite candles here from Witch City Wicks in Salem, of course. My favorite fucking place in the world. I love it, and I can't wait to go this year. I will make it happen again, as I try to every year, or almost every year, or several times a year. One of my big fortunate blessings. Salem is just beautiful for a historic perspective, a magic and witchy perspective, a traditional perspective, and a relaxing, soothing, a very eclectic experience. And then lastly here, you can't kind of see it, but, well, you can't see it, the label, so much because of my lighting for my candle. But it's a Sanderson Sisters mug that I'm just using for the first time finally, that my mother and father got me for Christmas. Freaking cool. I love my witchy mugs. I love my occult stuff. We all know that. So yeah. So I hope this video finds you all well. We're still experiencing a world of COVID going up and down. We're still experiencing uncertainty, horrible stuff happening in the other part of the world, in the Ukraine. Just an awful situation overall. So yeah. So I pray for them. I pray for better peace, understanding, and that maybe the world can become a better place like we all hope to be. But as we all know, we just do the best we can from day to day and try to be the best people we can be. So thanks for watching my video before I ramble on too much. Again, hope this finds you well. Again, I appreciate you taking a look. I do want to let you know that my Facebook is my Facebook. Okay, I'm all over the place. That my Instagram is Little Miss Girl 79. That my tarot reading page, I started that finally. Yay for the fucking leap of faith that I keep putting back and just starting with. But that would be Under a Dark Moon tarot readings. If you're interested in checking out, not much on it yet, but I am accepting bookings and readings, and I'm fairly reasonable, starting out at a very reasonable price. So you check out my Facebook and go from there. And of course, my husband's amazing fucking YouTube, I use that word a lot, is You and Your Horror Movies. He checked it out for an amazing collection of horror figures, an extensive movie library, horror related, anything else. He does amazing reviews. So yes, please check that out. Blessed be.